On the heels of a carefully orchestrated workout 2 weeks ago, Cam Newton confirming Monday that he'll fully participate in the scouting combine beginning this Thursday. It suggests that Newton will join in passing drills in Indianapolis, which top quarterbacking prospects often defer, choosing instead to wait until individual workouts held for scouts. Yesterday, Newton explained his decision.
One thing that I want it to be known is that, I want to be transparent through this whole thing. I don't have nothing to hide, and, I'm a competitor. And, I'm going to go out here and do what I've been, working on this whole time and preparing for this moment right here. I understand that everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and, I just feel like if I have an opportunity to speak with a person or let a person evaluate me as a person, not something that has been stereotyped, I think their perception about me would change. I'm willing to take that risk.
To discuss it, we now welcome Tim Hasselbeck. And Tim, coming out of a modified spread offense at Auburn, questions about his ability to take snaps from under center and perhaps questions about the arm and the arm strength. If you're advising Cam Newton right now, are you telling him to go to the combine and throw?
Yeah, absolutely I am. I mean, this is a situation for Cam Newton where he is a physical specimen. I mean, he's a freak athlete. And while there'll be concerns about playing in the type of offense he played in at Auburn, but remember, Sam Bradford, he played in that same type of offense where he was always in the shotgun, throwing it around the field. To me, Cam Newton is one of those players that people are going to see him, and they're going to fall in love with the physical attributes that this guy has. There's nothing wrong with his delivery. He's 6'5", 6'6", 240. He's going to run like he's 6 foot, 190 pounds. People are going to fall in love with that. It's the best thing he does is the way he can move and throw and run. It's the best thing about him. And so he should put that on display in front of everyone in the National Football League, and also in an environment where he's going to be compared to other guys that aren't physically as talented as him.
So you're saying essentially the scouts who could just go to an individual workout that could be tailored for him, throwing to receivers that he trusts, you think that scouts, by watching him throw at the combine to receivers he's not familiar with, will fall more in love?
Look, you're going to throw the same type of routes during the combine that you would in a pro day. Do you know the receivers better? Sure you do, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay. I mean, people understand if you miss one out cut and you're throwing to a receiver you've never thrown to before, that's not the end of the world. They want to see the way you drop, the way the ball comes out of your hands, how it's spinning out of your hand, all of that. But then don't lose sight of the fact that this is Cam Newton, who has tremendous running ability. He's going to, if he runs a 40-yard dash, if he does a vertical, and again, his size and his athleticism is going to be off the charts, and so people are going to be able to see that firsthand.
Mel Kiper's already fallen in love to a degree. He has him going right now number 3 to the Bills. That is climbing well up draft boards. Where do you see him going?
I agree completely with Mel Kiper, and I think that, look, I understand the body of work from a college perspective with 14 career starts, and there's still some question about the transition to the National Football League. That's fine. But if you look at the Buffalo Bills, their head coach Chan Gailey has actually done a really nice job throughout his coaching career working with quarterbacks. Remember when he had Tyler Thigpen playing in Kansas City, stabilized that situation. Ryan Fitzpatrick played well for him last year. I think Cam Newton is the type of player that Chan Gailey can, basically put an offense together to focus on his strengths. And again, when you have an athlete like Cam Newton, it is so hard for teams to pass up on the ability to put a guy like that on their roster.
Perhaps, again, Cam Newton looking to come off the board very early on draft day number 1 that you can see here on ESPN.